In a place like this, if you find board games, you can always count on one thing. And it's the Trivial Pursuits, Trivial Pursuits, Trivial Pursuits, Trivial Pursuits. Good morning, everybody. I don't know if it's the morning if you're watching it, but it's Sunday. It's time for another Quirky Game Hunting, and this is a good one. I've traveled a little bit east of where I live, and I'm going to hit a few small towns, tiny towns, just the thrift stores, just antiquing, but like old school vintage antiquing. I got at least 4 on the list, and we're here. We're at a little place called Cannington, so we're gonna go check out some antique stores. They have a thrift store and an antique store. We're gonna see what we can find.
The big two's coming up, eh? So it's like 6 months.
Huge selection in here. Oh, if you see some hidden treasures under here. Bunny Rabbit game. Admirals, an exciting sea battle game of strategy. Parcheesi, Buckaroo, sweepstakes, anagrams. Oh, that's pretty cool, some vintage stuff there. Coast to Coast. Exciting sea battle game. Admirals. Donkey Party. The world's traveliest trading card game. Trading game. Pit. Interesting. What have we got? Compendium of 8 games. Bingo, Chinese checkers, Tiddlywinks, Steeplechase, Parcheesi, Checkerboard, Snakes and Ladders, Donkey Party. Oh, here we go. $20 original clue, The Great Detective Game. That's awesome. I hear somebody coming in. You did?
Yeah, because he
bought a plant.
Oh, hi.
Here's something really fun and interesting. Rich Uncle, the stock market game. Parker trading game. That's like Monopoly Man? Pre-Monopoly Man? Vintage Rich Uncle stock market game. Parker Brothers. Contents of 30 stocks, 22 market price. Oh, I can only imagine what that looks like inside. Okay, so stop number 2, literally down the street, is the Thrift Hub. And what a time to come. May 2-4. It's a 2-for-1 sale. This is my kind of weekend. All right, so this store was hiding all the good stuff in the back because there is whole area of books, records, finals. Oh my god, is that Freedom Force, the PC game? What? Oh my god, I spent so many hours playing this game and creating my own characters because I used to have a mod thing for it. That's insane. However, we gotta go down this way because I found the shelf. Oh, jackpot. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. These are all puzzles, it looks like. Puzzles. Speak Out. Always a Speak Out. That game is Battlestar Galactica by Parker Brothers. Oh, there's more puzzles. Is this a puzzle? Oh, it's a puzzle. A puzzle. This must just be puzzles. Maybe we got to shift over. Yes, Pictionary. Here we go. Magic Beasts, the board game. It's funny because in a place like this, if you find board games, you can always count on one thing. And it's the Trivial Pursuits, Trivial Pursuits, Trivial Pursuits, Trivial Pursuits. What is this? Prohibited. Woody Woodpecker game? Woody Woodpecker. I don't know what this is. This is like a PC game. Interesting. Canadian trivia. What's this? Kids Lab Magic Kit. Facts in 5. Interesting. Old school Clue. Monopoly. More puzzles. Oh, look at that. The game. Oh, it's one of those multi-level. Yeah, that's pretty cool. My dad likes those kinds of things. Channel surfing. The game that will change the way you see TV. 7 Seas. The game of trade. Oh, that's pretty cool looking. That's interesting. Again, something my father would probably be more accustomed to. You gotta look. Always check the back. Always check the back. It looks like mostly Hero's Quest. Connect the pieces, assemble the team, save the world. What are we looking at here? I don't know what this is. It's hard to do this with one hand. I was deceived. It was a puzzle. It was a puzzle. Well, I think there's nothing really here right now. All right, so stop number 3 is like a roadside. This is now in Blackwater, Ontario, which is like a 1 street something. But this place is called Bric-A-Bracc, or something like that. And it's like a roadside junk store, which is pretty awesome. I pull up, and that car right there is loaded with board games. So first sign of awesomeness. And my girlfriend was stoked because they have a bunch of antique doors and windows, and that's right up her alley. Mine too. So let's go take a look. All right, so there's definitely a lot of stuff going on here. I don't know what we're going to find for board games, but this is definitely like a roadside antique junk store. It's pretty cool, though. This is called Blackwater Bric-A-Bracc Shop. Let's go in.
Hey.
Hi there. How you doing?
Doing all right.
I'm just admiring everything.
I take it you two hadn't been in the shop.
Okay, so that's number 3 done. That place didn't really have anything. I mean, maybe it did, but everything in there was so cramped and tight, which is, I guess, kind of the aesthetic about it, and you know, sort of the appeal and a charm, the appeal and charm. But I just, it was hard for me to look through anything. Everything was so cramped and just piles of stuff, and it was cool because that guy apparently supplies a lot of movie makers. And people that pass through here to film set on location. He's had like a ton of movies that he's provided for, which I can see why that would happen. But nothing really for me, and if there was, it was a little bit too hard to find. So it's not wasn't an easy place to dig through, but very cool. So I've changed up a little bit because it is raining where we are now. So we're gonna drive a little bit south and then east to a place called Port Perry and check out what's going on there. This will be the last stop of 4, and then we're done for the day. So it's still been pretty successful because these have been some great shops, some great finds, and I've been able to show you guys a lot. So let's drive down to Port Perry and see what we can find. Port Perry's Vintage Market. Well, it's pretty big. There's a lot of antiques. There's probably a lot of board games. But we're going to figure it out. We're going to find out. We're going to head in. All right, so here we are. There's so many aisles. I don't even know where to start. But this is Vintage Market. I know it's backwards. Vintage Market, Port Perry. So shout out to you guys for letting me film an episode here while I look for awesome board games. Let's see what we can find. Oh, there's a lot of aisles. All right, if we find something, we'll record it. Well, if you've watched any of my other videos, you know that I've talked many times about things like buttons. Buttons can be great token pieces. This is always a favorite area of mine, is like the old doors and just like old ladders and wooden planks that you can turn into. I don't do a lot of this work myself, but this stuff always really is eye-catching for me because there's so much good in the restoration that you can do. So that's interesting. Inner Circle. The survival game with a unique 4-level game board. No idea what that is. It's $5. Not quite what I'm looking for this time, but still pretty unique, and that's why I'm here. So one of the other really good things that I like about antiquing is, obviously I don't just do it just for the board games, but you can find knickknacks and little things that you could use for board game pieces. Sometimes you don't find board games themselves, but you find knickknacks that aren't even board game pieces, but they can be used as board game pieces. And then other times, you find the classics, like Trivial Pursuit and Checkers and whatever else is down there. But we're just gonna keep going and keep looking. All right, so we didn't find anything that time, which was a bit surprising because that place was like, that's the kind of antique store that I don't want to say rely on, but like when they have so many aisles and so many cool, you know, classic looking stuff, you always think you're going to find something, but that's okay. On to the next. All right, so we are back home, and honestly, this would normally be the time when I'm standing at my desk and showcasing what I got for the day, but I did not buy anything today. I didn't take any of those games, and that's okay. You know, sometimes when you're out exploring and you're finding these games, you don't always come away with something. Now, there were a lot of good things that we did find that you saw, but some of those games were incomplete, but were still kind of pricey. Some of the games were really cool, and maybe in the future I'd love to just start picking up any Quirky game and then buying it and unboxing. But I'm still at the point right now where I do want the game to, I'm going to say, somewhat serve a purpose on like two types of criteria. One, am I really looking for the parts that are in the game that I can use for something? Or is the game complete and do I really want to showcase it? So we found tons of great stuff today. It was awesome. But none of those games really had parts that I was looking for or components, and some of them were incomplete, and it just, they didn't really click with me. So that's okay, right? But you guys got to see just how many cool things you can find out there. And all of those towns that we went to today were, you know, just within driving distance of each other, 10, 20, 15 minutes. So that's pretty much it. Thanks for coming along on this Sunday full of antiquing and awesome finds and vintage stuff. It was really, really great. Don't forget, if you're really loving the show, if you're enjoying coming along with me, then subscribe, hit the alert button. All that stuff would be awesome because I'm doing this for fun, but I absolutely love anybody that's following along. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys probably next week. And I have a little bit of it's going to be more of a thrifting day, but it's going to be pretty specific, and I will just leave it at that. So enjoy your weekend. Have a great one, and we'll see you next week.